Princess Eugenie and Beatrice's royal fate revealed as Andrew leaving Royal Lodge. Buckingham Palace has confirmed that Andrew will be moving out of his 30-bed mansion, Royal Lodge, in a bombshell statement. And now the fate of his two daughters, Princesses Eugenie and Beatrice, has been revealed. Andrew has been stripped of the last scrap of royal status as Buckingham Palace has confirmed the disgraced royal is officially moving out of his 30-bed mansion, Royal Lodge. The palace tonight issued a statement confirming King Charles has begun a process to strip the 65-year-old of all his formal titles, meaning he will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. He will also surrender the lease on the Royal Lodge and move to alternative private accommodation, the palace said, understood to be a property within the grounds of the Sandringham estate in Norfolk. This will be paid for from the King's private funds, the BBC reported. A full statement from the palace tonight read, His Majesty has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. His lease on Royal Lodge has, to date, provided him with legal protection to continue in residence. Formal notice has now been served to surrender the lease and he will move to alternative private accommodation. These censures are deemed necessary, notwithstanding the fact that he continues to deny the allegations against him. Their Majesties wish to make clear that their thoughts and utmost sympathies have been, and will remain with, the victims and survivors of any and all forms of abuse. Andrew's fall from grace is no complete, but the scandal engulfing him and his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson has raised questions on the royal future of their two daughters, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie. Earlier reports suggested that Prince William, long alleged to be the driving force behind taking a firmer stance on his disgraced uncle, put pressure on his cousins behind the scenes in a bid to boot Andrew out of his crumbling residence. Royal sources denied these claims. However, tonight's bombshell move has confirmed the palace's plans for Eugenie and Beatrice. The sisters are expected to retain their titles as daughters of the son of a sovereign under King George VI's Letters Patent of 1917. While they have retained their princess titles, the two sisters' lives have likely been turned upside down in recent months thanks to their parents. Through no fault of their own, they are now having to navigate an unprecedented level of interest in their family life. And it seems to be taking a major toll. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams has noted, this will be a deeply painful period for sisters as their parents are both likely to languish in public disgrace and foreseeably so. Meanwhile, a body language expert has noted that Beatrice appeared to bind distress in her first appearance since new allegations about Prince Andrew surfaced. As a result, Eugenie and Beatrice appear to be publicly distancing themselves from both Andrew and Sarah as the furor rumbles on. In recent months, the sisters have become rare visitors to Royal Lodge. The Yorks were once a very tight family. Despite Andrew and Fergie's divorce in 1996, they continue to live together at Windsor Mansion, and Sarah frequently spoke about their close relationship with their daughters. In the wake of the ongoing scandals, Beatrice and Eugenie have maintained a dignified silence, according to experts. Instead, they are focused on raising their own young families, pursuing careers and trying to be normal. But it's been hard for the siblings, especially Beatrice, who was always a daddy's girl, according to Fergie's biographer, and royal expert, Ingrid Seward. It was perhaps no surprise then that it was Beatrice who was seen driving to her parents' Windsor home on Monday. But, according to body language expert Judy James, Beatrice adopted facial expressions that seemed to be stab of bravado in the face of unwanted attention. Judy said that despite her efforts to show resilience, at some points the 37-year-old appeared to show some distress. Sarah Ferguson would have had little to celebrate when she turned 66 on 15th of October. Given the furor surrounding her own connection to Jeffrey Epstein, the former Duchess, usually not one to shy away from attention, spent the day privately, completely away from the public eye. But there was a further sting in the tail. For the first time since 2019, Princess Eugenie failed to publicly acknowledge her mother's birthday on social media. It's not known if Eugenie or her older sister, Beatrice, shared any private birthday greetings.